Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm gonna talk about the game that I'm developing right now, which is UTOPIA. Thanks for your donation. Which is FPS, a dystopian FPS where the government went tyrannical, decided to launch a bio attack on the population, the global population of Earth, where there is like billion of people. We are really in the far future, and decided to do that to take full power. I won't give all the elements, but I have a lot of backstory, and for all the universe. But right now, it's more to test gameplay mechanic and make it work and make something very interesting. Kind of an area like feel when you are in an arena actually, and you have to kill like monsters. Then monsters kill each other, and you have some quests. You can increment like some new gear or new stuff. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna show you my screen right now. There you go. I had such a hard time making it work because I was in 2K and the processor was really killing me. So that's a map that I bought. I had to lower the quality so we can have something decent in terms of FPS. I had to lower the quality, but it's just to give you an idea. So about the map, but I also make my own map and I will show you that just after this one. So of course you can run, you have some acceleration, you can accelerate like that. That's the simple stuff. But when you want to go in full motion, because the game is really based on motion, you will have more capacity like that. Then you can kind of stop the time to make fast dashing. You can go on the air and make like on the side to avoid attack from big monsters. You have also little monsters, so big monster will attack you, will have to slow the time down, like make like that, turn around, attack. You can move, you can go up like that. You can once you're pretty up, I will tell you, you can go down. That's very useful when you want to move around. You can go fast. I'm gonna show you a little. If I want to move, I can wall run also. I can use my my hook. I can go like that. And again, I'm not the best player of my game. Don't expect a great performance today. I'm doing my best. I have a really hard time aiming at my own enemies. That's why I actually developed, like when you see the blue sphere, I developed aiming assist because I'm too bad at this game. But yeah, that's to give you an idea. Okay, you can move, you can wall run, you can accelerate on the wall. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. You have also an energy bar, so don't expect to be able to move around all the time. But that's just to give you an idea. Okay, so now that we understand that the main gameplay in this story, that you have to entertain the citizens, which are like in big citadel, like the government official. You have to entertain them. So the more you're close to, what, I'm gonna put myself on big screen. The more you're close to dying, the more you make something dangerous, the more you make something spectacular, the more points you will have, the more experience you will have, and the more gear you will be able to implement and stuff like that. That's really the main core. And so I'm gonna show you like on little enemies for a start. That's my spawn zone. You have some small enemy like that. They are very well optimized. I'm very happy to have bought them. And the idea is that when I move, the faster I am when I move. Wait, I clicked on the wrong button. The faster I am when I move, the more experience, as you can see, the more point and experience for my score, which is like on the top right. The more point I will have, and at the end they will be like accumulated to give me some special special gear. Another thing is that you have some stat system right here. Stat system. I need to click. That's one thing that I didn't change. You have to. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you. You have multiple stats. As you can see, I have a really high stat for a starting point. But every time you'll die, you will have to recreate your character and start define your origin story, which will affect your stat, your karma, and your faction position. There is a multiple stat. I'm gonna go fast because we have so much things to see right now, but it's just to give you an idea of where we are right now. So speed is more like for speed, as you can imagine. Agility is more for when you wall run, when you want to make some dashes, when you want to control yourself in the air. Very important. Strength is to carry more ammo, have more health, like more melee damage, to climb faster. Intelligence, it's about more your gear. There will be more capacity where you can increase your gear, and if you don't have the right intelligence, you will not be able to do that. Whereas this is one of the elements which will be very interesting in terms of improving over time, which is when you die in the game, you lose part of your stuff. No, you don't lose your stuff. You lose your stat and maybe your weapon. I'm not sure about the weapon, but you keep your gear, because once they kill everyone, once you're in the map and you finish your mission, if you die on the mission, they take back your gear and they give them to another felon, another dissident. So you'll be able to improve your gear over time, and then it will give you some special capacity in the future, but you will have to have special element. If you're not smart enough, you'll not be able to improve your gear. That's basically it. So now that we understand that we have some stats, okay, I'm on my screen right now. Okay, you have also some that's the screen for the gear. You can buy some gear which will give you some special capacity. You have a price in skill point and a price in money which will be oh man, I'm not habituated to that anymore, which will be one on the battlefield if you want. As you can see, I don't have any ability. Activate my ability right now, and there you go. You can call special ability like missiles, air support. You can call for reinforcements. You can slow down the time. Okay, you can slow down the time, but that's not a capacity. Like a capacity is right there, and everything will be slower. You know, you can move around, shoot slower, but you can still shoot. You have also a melee system, which I'm very terrible at it. I'm very terrible. It's very hard to kill everything, but it's still implemented. Maybe it's because my range is too bad to make a carnage if I want to make a rampage, but it's possible. It will give a special ability. I think that you will be able to defend yourself with the melee weapon. When somebody will launch a blaster to you, you will be able to slow down the time and cut it out to something. I'm not sure about that, but I will make it happen if I think it's very relevant. So you have a flashlight. Flashlight's mechanic. You will have some areas in the game when you can use a white flashlight, which will give you some element of the decor, which you will be able to see, but it will attract enemies and the type of enemies that you don't want to see. The red flashlight is more something that the monsters are habituated to, and you will not have any problem with that. That's another mechanic of gameplay. You can slide, yeah, you can see. What did I tell you? Yeah, you have the hook. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna show you another capacity. That's like an impact launch. Let's imagine you're really high and you go like that. It will make an area damage. There's a lot of capacity, and the idea that you have. I wanted to have something very nervous. When you want to move everywhere, you want to do whatever you want, you can go like wall run, there you go, and then you activate. Wrong capacity. I think it will make my stuff bug because I didn't code it right now. Okay, for the first map, I had to change my resolution because my processor at the same time I wanted to record, like, you know, was like bad idea, man. I can't take it. It's arena. It's in arena zone 1 or 2. Let's try it 2. The other map, this map that we're gonna see, is one that I made myself. I made most of the element, but I can't have the light map right now, so the performance will not be so great. It's pretty good. It's like a kind of little sector in the future. No, that's not the right one. My bad. That's the map that I'm working on, based on the asset that I bought. So, okay, do we have any prompt? So I made it myself. It's not so great, but it's okay. I'm pretty happy about the result. Since I made it myself, and I'm terrible at yeah. As you can see, we have a lot more FPS, and if I hide that, we have a lot more FPS. That's without the shader, and the shader comport the light, and the stuff don't have light map, and so it's not optimized yet. So I'm gonna show you multiple stuff. Those will be implemented in the future. They will be invisible, and if you activate the light map, you will have access to them. So this is resources pack. Resources that will be like shattered everywhere on the map, and you will have to collect them. It will give you experience and money, which will give the chance for people who don't want to fight, who don't want to risk their life, and are not comfortable yet with the fighting element and want to acquire gear first, a chance to have some fun also. So as you can see, you will have multiple one. Those launcher don't work. I have another one that I'm working on, but it's just to give you an idea. Even Okay, normally should work a little. It's just to tell you, if you don't have, okay, this one really don't work. If you don't have the gear yet, you will have access point like that will give you the chance to move around. Like this map is made by me for my game, so of course it's more made for, like, you know, you can slide everywhere. It's more optimized for my gameplay than for performance, and the other one is optimized for beauty, but not for the gameplay. You will have multiple zone. Oh man, wrong one, wrong button. Too terrible. As I told you, I will not be the best at my game. You have multiple zone like that. You will have both zone right there. Which people, normally if I go far enough, do you detect me? I'm terrible on the intelligence, like, you know what I'm gonna show you. Let's imagine those boss were alive. I don't understand why they're not moving. I'm terrible on the part of intelligence, artificial intelligence, but I'll improve yet. I'll improve in the future, no problem. But just to give you, you will have to go fast. You will have to dodge on the side, like, you know, slow the time down to have, like, you know, fast dashing. You will have to move fast again. There you go. You can have, and maybe, like, you know, deflect some attack on the melee part. But the idea is right there. Those systems are also very favorable for big enemies. But right now they don't want to move. They moved like 1 hour ago. And I'm terrible in intelligence, artificial intelligence right now. So I will have to work on them. So, another element which will be if you go... I'm gonna try to make something cool. If you go down, you go in a new area. And to tell you the truth, I'm not a big fan. Every time I'm coding in this zone, I'm not a big fan. It's very dark. Very grimy, and yeah, even for me it's not big fun. But the idea is right there. You will have, okay, remove that. You will have some monsters which will have like red eyes in the fog, and if they hear you, so if you run, and if they see you, they will F you up. That's really the main thing. I want to have like very dangerous monster roaming around those zones. But also, another thing that it didn't show you, you have a scan. You have a scan also on top, no worry, but it's not implemented on the other map yet. It's a question of post-processing and stuff. Okay, so you will have a scan to see the environment when you can't see it, but also to find the loot. And the loot in those lower level is better. It's very dangerous to roam around those area because you don't have your gear. Your gear is activated when you're on the lower level. You will have to find special elevators. But the loot is really worth it. It's very dangerous, but the reward is right there. So let's imagine you find an elevator and you go on top, and then you go back to another zone, and then you can kill people and have some fun. You will have multiple zones. As you can see, this is very open. This is open for a reason, because there will be different size of enemies, but there will also be a lower, I think I will, a cartel, like a ball right there and stuff, and you will be able to more fight on close range. You see? Okay, you will have to protect yourself, move around, maybe top. Let's imagine they surround you, you have to go on top and stuff. You will have to move, maybe go down, like, you know, change your level. And that's really one of the main, that's one of the mechanics also. The environment, as you can see on my map, is more gameplay-like, and the other one is more beauty-like. And so, yeah, the environment is really made so you have, like, you know, sectors where you can move around. Go right there, maybe go right there, change your zone again, go like that. You can move top, there you go. You can go down this way if you want. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. I think we got everything. I'm gonna just show you the stat, like the scan. I'm pretty happy about the scan. The scan is very cool. Too much light. That's not the same thing, yeah, when they don't have the shader. I'm gonna try to show you when I try to kill the enemies. Again, I'm very terrible at the game, but I think it's important to show you what will be. So yeah, that's the main part of the gameplay right now. It took me so much time to understand the softwares, to learn to code, and to learn to model also. But I'm very happy about the result. It's not over yet, like it will be never over. It takes so much time to make it right and to improve on it. Okay, as you can see, okay, my FPS, why, okay. Well, let's try. Let's imagine I try to kill some. Okay, go like that. I don't have my capacity, so I activate my capacity. Imagine that normally they fight with the other survivors, or resistance, or whatever you want to call them. And they will chase you too, so it will be kind of easier to get them in melee combat. Yeah, we don't have any FPS right now. I think that this is because this is a map which I didn't optimize yet. There is a lot of stuff to do in terms of optimization. But yeah, to show you it's possible to kill some, I'm gonna explain. Oh man, there's so much stuff to do to explain actually. So. The closer you are, the more score and more experience you will get. If you're in the air, you will get more experience. The more speed you will have at the same time that you hit the enemy, the more points you will have. The lower your life is, that's very cool. The lower your life is, the more points you will get of experience and score and money, whatever you want. And I think that's all. No, I think there is one or more other stuff, but the idea is right there. The game is based on you being an entertainer for a dystopian society where the citizens want to see the lower class die in horrible ways, and the more it's spectacular, the more they like it, the more chance you have to die, the more they love you because they want to fuck you and want you to fucking die. So that's really the main thing. I think we went over everything. I told you about the fact that you will have to recreate your character every time you die. You will have to change your backstory, which will give you, like, you can change your sex, your height, your weight, which will give you more capacity. Maybe if you're heavier, you will be more strong in terms of melee, you will have more ammo, you will have different weapons also, but you will not be able to control yourself in the air. Maybe a woman which is very frail, which will be really lower in terms of life, but will have more capacity on other stuff. So yeah, man, it's very long. Okay, well, I don't think that many people will see this video, but I'm very happy that I did it because it will give me an archive to see where I was not such a long time ago. So it was a pleasure. It was Loic from Two Real Studio for Utopia. I wish you the best, and I will see you soon for an update for that.